Seattle's contribution to popular music is undisputed. You know the names, from Hendrix to Hart, Pearl Jam, Macklemore, and many, many more in between. In this series, we're going to examine Seattle's music community, in depth with unique performances, with interviews, and much, much more. We're also going to find out what makes Seattle, Seattle, and what makes this city on the shores of the Puget Sound one of the best places on the planet for music. Welcome to Sounds by the Sound.
Let's rock and roll.
Welcome to another episode of Sounds by the Sound. Today we take a look at how the literary world intersects with the music world here in the Pacific Northwest. Right now, with the Seattle Public Library, which has been around for over 100 years, but it got a complete overhaul in the year 2004 and became not just a literary wonder with over 1 million books inside, but an architectural wonder as well. Every floor in this building is something special. You can learn something in a book, or you can just look around and go, oh my gosh, I've never seen anything like this. Like a giant red hallway, for example. Today we'll introduce you to a young hip-hop artist, lyricist, and writer named Nate Sky. We'll meet up with him at Fantagraphics in Seattle's Georgetown neighborhood. But first, we're gonna go across town to another library that has got a completely different vibe than the Seattle Public Library here, where it looks like it's something straight out of the future. Suzzallo is like something straight out of Harry Potter. While we're there, we're gonna see a band called My Cartoon Heart perform a few songs, and talk about what it's like to make art here in the Pacific Northwest. That's right now on Sounds by the Sound.
We'll capture the best. We'll look down and smile upon our innocence. 'Cause time was once on our side, but now there's a river of doubt that we can't hide. We knew there was nothing that we could do. Paint every picture in black and blue. Oh baby, I miss you. Oh baby, I miss you. But a change makes wrong seem so right. Why do I feel alone at night? It's been so long since you've been gone. I feel your heartbeat walking down a dark street. I kiss your lips 'cause you're everything. Everything to me, yeah, you're all I live and breathe, and I give it all away just to hear you say, baby, I know there will come a day when you're everything to me, when you're all I live and breathe. Someday I know that we will say goodbye. Don't I know that you have changed my life? Walking down a dark street, kiss your lips 'cause you're everything. You're everything to me. Yeah, you're all I live and breathe. And I'd give it all away just to hear you say, baby, I know there'll come a day when you're everything to me. When you're all I live and breathe.
Well, I was
taking a soft ride into
We are
the
at the University of
spotlight,
Washington in
deep
Red
within the
Square, and you
shadow
just saw these guys perform. Now we're gonna have a little chat because there's actually a lot to talk about. It is My Cartoon Heart. Hello, fellas, how are you?
Doing good.
Spencer?
Happy to be here.
Will, let's explain, first of all, what people just saw was beautiful, it looked great, it sounded great, but can you explain kind of what this band is right now in its current incarnation when everything is full force?
I write a lot of songs.
Yep.
Started writing on the acoustic guitar. Did a heck of a lot of that for a lot of years. More recently, kind of decided that there was plenty of people in Seattle with guitars in hand,
Yep.
and started doing a little more production work using my computer, using some synthetic sounds, and we started doing a lot more kind of this electro pop stuff, you know, is really popular right now. EDM, kind of a lot more pop songs with these, you know, bigger hooks and trance type stuff, and so we're producing a lot more of that sort of thing nowadays. You know, this kind of music's pretty close to the heart, and the songs that I wrote when I was younger, and just kind of decided to bring that and show it off.
Up in Seattle, being a musician, and this question for both of you guys, what influences, I guess, the music community, the opportunities available to you because you're in the Pacific Northwest, what do you think had a big impact for you?
Well, first and foremost, shout out to my high school, Roosevelt High School.
There you go, Roosevelt, all right.
The education there musically is just almost bar none from
Cool.
what I've seen with high schools across the country.
Awesome.
The jazz program specifically, it gave kids at a really young age a lot of confidence to come in and get on stage and really perform and improvise at a high level.
Yeah.
So getting that in a high school environment just does wonders, because you go out to college and your standards are already so high, you think, okay, I have to work this hard to get to this point. I'd go to my jazz period, and it was a period during the day, and then I'd go to math class or language arts class, and it's like I'd have to be super on my guard to make sure I was doing everything right with music, and then I could basically go to sleep in the next class. Like, it's kind of the opposite of what parents would expect it to be.
You know, I wasn't in the school band or anything like that, but I used to write a lot, and as soon as I kind of introduced that within school, both high school and college, I kind of took any opportunity I could, and I still teach guitar lessons.
Oh, cool.
So I got a lot of young guys running around at different schools that I went to and that stuff, and I really encourage them to experiment as much as they can and get themselves out there.
Is there any songwriters that you especially like look up to or admire what they do, knowing what you guys know about making music and songwriting?
I grew up learning Beatles tunes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I heard more Beatles growing up than I did, you know, 90s songs.
Sure. Yeah.
Just by what my parents played all around.
Cool parents.
I don't always take to newer music as well as some of the older stuff that I hear, because I know that a lot of the older stuff was at times a little more organic. I really like the idea of guys like the Beatles, or I play a lot of Paul Simon tunes.
Cool. Yeah.
Those kind of songs are just the type that nobody's going to forget, regardless of how old they are. Those guys just were able to sit down and pound out so many songs. I mean, they have so many records and that kind of stuff, and I think that's really cool.
Tell us about these songs. This record just came out earlier this year.
These are songs that I really took my time with this. I just, rather than having like a strict release date and a strict show and all that, I was working with a producer down in Tacoma who helped me clean up a lot of the tunes, and we just kind of experimented a lot. He would come up with a piano part or whatever it was, I might have like just messing around with synth noises and that kind of stuff, and then we'd be throwing beats over it, and it just kind of took form after a little while. So there was no deadline, and we really liked the way it turned out because of that. There's no rush, but it's a record that is definitely aimed at kind of EDM, electropop type stuff, and more today top 40 music. So we brought on a couple different, we featured some local rappers on there, and really just kind of tried to get with what's a little more popular on the charts today.
Cool, man. That's awesome. It's My Cartoon Heart on Sounds by the Sound. We're going to another performance from Nate Sky in just a little bit. Plus, they're going to perform again before the episode's over. Welcome back to Sounds by the Sound. We're going to head across town to Vanta Graphics in Seattle's Georgetown neighborhood. While we're there, we're going to talk with Mr. Nate Sky, who is an up-and-coming hip-hop artist, lyricist, and writer. We're going to talk with Nate and hear music from him. That is right now on Sounds by the Sound.
Yeah, I changed change a lot like Khaled, right? Got my homies working magic, right? Got these haters talking mad bitch. When I pull up in it's foreign automatic. Looking at the simple mathematics. Haters wanna hang but they were absent when I was struggling, but it took practice and a lot of patience. Know I'm the baddest. Get them out fucking breathing apparatus. Got them gasping. You hear the talent, see the fashion. It's a lot of attraction. Had a passion, had the right mind, had the right habits. Know I'm here, sitting in this chair, starting my career when I'm fit. Traveling the world with our peers, looking in the future when it's clear. We ain't never gonna disappear, like we ain't never gonna disappear. We ain't never gonna disappear. I've been here for a while now, I just wanna make things clear. Busy looking at you from the pier, we ain't never gonna fly down. Worth a couple million a year, I'll be worth a couple million a year. All these haters look surprised now, telling me shit I don't wanna hear. Till the haters get a fuck about my ear, I'm just saying like we ain't never gonna disappear. We ain't never gonna disappear. I've been here for a while now. I just wanna make things clear. Busy looking at you from the pier. We ain't never gonna fly down. Worth a couple million a year. I'll be worth a couple million a year. All these haters look surprised now, telling me the shit I don't wanna hear. Till the haters get a fuck about my ear. I'm just saying like. Change a lot like Khaled, right? Got my homies working magic, right?
That's Nate Sky on Sounds by the Sound. Dude, that was awesome, man.
Hey, thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Will you tell us about that song? Where that song come from?
Yeah, so the song's name is Changes. It was a big part of my life where everything with my music, all the work that I put into it, it was just having such a great outcome to it. The views on my music just started spiking up. So much support was coming out of Seattle and all over the world actually. And so it was just a big change in my life, and it really just made me feel like I needed a song called Changes. And so it's kind of a simple title, but it has a huge meaning behind it.
Is there a general message through all of the songs, something that when they listen to one of your records, when they listen to one of your songs, they walk away, you want them to walk away feeling a certain way?
Right, so my plan is, and what I kind of do with my music is every single piece and every single album, every single mixtape that I put out, that I'm going to put out, is going to have a different message. The album that I'm working on right now is called The Law of Attraction. The Law of Attraction is about putting this positivity, putting your heart into the world, and just focusing on all the positives in your life, and just trying to kind of build up from the ground up, and everything that you put into the air, every single thing that you think, it can be manifested into reality.
How about music? So what's special about this music and arts community in the Pacific Northwest?
All the artists in the area, throughout the years of my music and getting well known around this area, I've got to experience and be able to network with so many amazing artists. We have so many, vast majority of, we have rappers, we have grunge artists, we have people starting in their garage, but just putting their whole entire heart into their music, and then coming out of it. And not only do we have the musicians in the area, but we have the support.
Yeah.
And so there's huge, Seattle's just so supportive of absolutely everything we do.
Can you talk to me a little bit about your writing process? Like, how do you write a song? It's a hard thing to do. I've never done it before.
When it comes naturally in my stuff, my work comes naturally, it's super unorganized. A lot of the major artists that I've came across in my life have told me to always start with the hook, always start with the chorus. Yeah. But sometimes I just start writing a verse in my head, and so I kind of piece it together way differently than a lot of people. It's super natural, but I kind of move away from a noisy atmosphere. I just kind of lock myself in my room and just work.
You sit down, you just crank out a song all at once? How do you work that way?
It comes and it goes. Sometimes you might crank out, a song in one sitting, and you take a half an hour to work on it, it's a hit. You might take a month on a song and it's not a hit. And so, it differentiates itself, but absolutely I'll be sitting someplace and just a great idea will just spark in my head, and I just need to just black everybody out and just get to work.
It's awesome. That's cool. We're gonna hear another song from Nate. You're watching Sounds by the Sound.
I've been so damn right. Yeah. I've been so damn busy writing music. I've been talking business, I speak it fluent. And I learned a lot of lessons in my life. I've been staying home alone, barely going out and out anymore. But I know it looks like I barely ride anymore. But that's all I do, all I ever wanted to. Working on tape at the tape, and I'm gonna do everything I said or what happened right in front of you. Telling me we'll make a big scene, making fun of you. Now back in the city, they're wondering why you won't come through. I'm just trying to be successful, trying to get it how the rest do. wanna live it like the best. You stand up for your people, no matter if they arrest you. All this real music lives forever. Takes a little longer, but we'll do this shit together. Taylor hit myself on the other day, said homie get up, you been falling off, boy you better pull your shit together. Promise I'm working hard on me, just wait until September when this album drops. I'ma let him feel the pressure when the young and 19 is killing this shit on every measure. When I put my finger heart in every word and every letter. I'm just trying to make it for my family. Put my mother by the beach up in a canopy. Staying loyal to my boo, don't make a pass to me. Hit my iPhone even when I'm in a galaxy. I've been so damn busy writing music. I've been talking business, I speak it fluent. I've been so damn busy writing music. And I've been talking business and I'm speaking it fluent. And I've been living such a fast life, and I've been addicted to this rap life. I got hella shit from my past life. Trying to hit my iMessage like that's fine, but it's so ironic. Cause people fade away like the supersonics. I've been getting faded on the super chronic. See me in person and they're so astonished. My style is so iconic. I made myself and I'm patriotic cause I'm blowing up and I know they want it. My email's full when they're always calling. Trying to get me to these venues. I stand out, man, your style's been used. Where's hip-hop? Cause I'm here to the rescue. You're not Nate Scott, just try to be the best you. I'm just trying to be the best me. So sick of being friendly. And if I hear a motherfucker talking trash, I run him over on my 10 speed. I'm just trying to be nice, new kid on the block. I'm not trying to start fights, but I'm holding my own and I'm catching these flights and I'm doing these shows and I'm changing these lives. They will try to bring you down when they see a homie dream and try to push him to the ground. Or the homies that surrounded me, that also the amount of work I put into this music and they hold me to account. And I needed that. I was young and I needed rap. Releasing all my pressure and I'm easing that. Working hard where you see it's at. In the history books, you should really get to reading that. And I've been so damn busy writing music. And I've been talking business, I speak it fluent. And I've been so damn busy writing music. And I've been talking business and I'm speaking it fluent. Yeah. I've been cooped up in this studio for like a year and a half.
Feels like when the disc drops, be ready.
Thanks so much for watching this episode of Sounds by the Sound. There's a reason Seattle was named the smartest city in America, and I'll tell you what, giant libraries like Suzzallo here at the University of Washington or the Seattle Public Library are a big reason why. Thanks to Nate Sky for performing at Fantagraphics. That guy was awesome. We're gonna do one more performance from the dudes in My Cartoon Heart right now from Red Square at the University of Washington. Like Sounds by the Sound.
Somebody asks, when was it clear that you lived a lie that got caught up in fear? 'Cause the notes that hold up your tune are looking for ways to escape from the room with the pride that they hold the right to keep you from breaking